From ancient tombs to mysterious artifacts, China is home to some of the world's most mind-blowing archaeological discoveries. But some of these finds were so shocking, they literally terrified scientists. So buckle up, because today we're diving into the 7 most spine-chilling archaeological discoveries in China that had scientists running for cover. In 1974, a group of farmers near the city of Xi'an in central China made a remarkable discovery while drilling a well. They unearthed fragments of what would become one of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century, the Terracotta Army. The discovery revealed an astonishing underground army made of life-sized clay statues, including soldiers, horses, and chariots, which had been buried with Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, around 210 BCE. Who was Qin Shi Huang? Qin Shi Huang, 259 to 210 BCE, was the first emperor to unify China under the Qin dynasty. His reign is known for monumental achievements, such as the construction of the Great Wall of China, a centralized legal system, and the standardization of currency, weights, and measures. However, his obsession with immortality also left a lasting legacy: the Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army's purpose. The army was buried with Qin Shi Huang in his tomb, which is believed to be located near the modern-day city of Xi'an. These statues were meant to accompany the emperor into the afterlife, protecting him in the realm of the dead and ensuring his power would continue even after his death. The army was part of a vast burial complex, which also includes numerous other artifacts like weapons, officials, and even working models of the emperor's palace and court. The scale and precision. The sheer scale of the Terracotta Army is mind-blowing. To date, archaeologists have uncovered over 8,000 soldiers, along with hundreds of horses and chariots. The soldiers vary in rank and role, with some carrying spears, others bows, and others wielding swords. Every figure is unique, with different facial features, hairstyles, and expressions, highlighting the skill and precision of the artisans who crafted them. The fact that each figure is individualized demonstrates the high level of craftsmanship and organization of the Qin Empire. Mystery and speculation. The discovery of the Terracotta Army raised many questions for archaeologists and historians. The scale of the project was monumental, and the craftsmanship was extraordinary for the time. One of the central mysteries is why Qin Shi Huang chose to bury such a massive army with him. Some theories suggest that the army was intended to protect him in the afterlife, ensuring that he would have a personal force to guard him and secure his rule beyond death. There are also theories that Qin Shi Huang was concerned with defending himself against an invasion or uprising in the afterlife. His desire for immortality was notorious. He was obsessed with finding a way to live forever, even seeking out elixirs of life. The vast army could have been seen as a form of protection against those who might challenge his authority, even in death. Another theory suggests that the emperor may have viewed the afterlife as a continuation of his earthly reign, where he would need his army to maintain his power and protect his empire in a supernatural realm. The soldiers were carefully arranged in battle formations, with some even positioned in military units, suggesting a readiness for action. Archaeological significance. The discovery of the Terracotta Army is one of the most important archaeological finds in history, offering a glimpse into the ancient world of China's first emperor. The sheer scale, craftsmanship, and historical context of the army have provided invaluable insights into the culture, military organization, and beliefs of the Qin dynasty. The tomb complex, including the Terracotta Army, remains one of China's most significant heritage sites and continues to be a major focus of archaeological excavation and research. In conclusion, the Terracotta Army is not only a symbol of Qin Shi Huang's power and fear of death, but also a testament to the incredible artistry and craftsmanship of ancient Chinese civilization. The mystery of why the army was created and its role in the emperor's afterlife continues to fascinate historians archaeologists, and the general public alike. Number 2. The Mysterious Perirace Map. The Perirace Map is one of the most enigmatic and intriguing historical maps ever discovered, and it continues to captivate researchers and historians alike. Drawn in 1513 by Perirace, an Ottoman admiral and cartographer, the map presents a detailed depiction of the world as known at the time, but it contains several features that challenge our understanding of history and geography. What is the Perirace Map? The Perirace Map is a world map drawn on a piece of parchment made from animal skin. It was created by Perirace, who compiled it using various earlier sources, including maps from the ancient Greeks, Romans, and perhaps even older, lost civilizations. The map's most famous feature is its surprisingly accurate depiction of the South American coastline, particularly the northern part, which aligns well with modern-day cartographic knowledge. However, what makes the map truly extraordinary and mysterious is a segment that shows part of Antarctica. What is especially remarkable about this depiction is that the coast of Antarctica is shown without its ice sheet, which is something that wasn't publicly known until the 20th century, when modern satellite imagery revealed the true nature of the continent. The Antarctic coastline and ice-free land. The most puzzling aspect of the Perirace Map is the clear depiction of Antarctica's coastline without any ice. Antarctica, as we know today, is covered by a thick layer of ice, and it was not until the 19th and 20th centuries that explorers began to reach and map the continent. The Perirace Map, however, shows a detailed coastline that would have been impossible to map accurately given the technology of the early 1500s. Additionally, the map shows topographic features that align with modern views of Antarctica, features such as mountain ranges and deep bays, which were not visible or known to any explorers at the time. This has led some researchers to speculate that the map could be based on ancient knowledge that was passed down over the centuries, suggesting that an advanced civilization, potentially long lost, could have mapped Antarctica while it was still free of ice thousands of years ago. Some have even proposed that the map was created based on pre-flood knowledge or records from ancient civilizations, which may have had access to advanced cartographic techniques. Chinese interest in the Perirace Map. While the Perirace Map itself is not a direct archaeological find from China, it has caught the attention of some Chinese researchers and historians. These scholars have speculated that the map could be part of a broader network of knowledge that influenced Chinese maritime exploration. During the early Ming Dynasty, around the 15th century, China was engaged in extensive exploration under the leadership of Admiral Zheng He. Zheng He's fleet sailed to regions as far as East Africa, and Chinese explorers were known for their advanced navigational techniques, including the use of accurate maps. Some researchers believe that ancient Chinese explorers might have had access to maps or knowledge about distant lands, including Antarctica, and that this could be reflected in the Perirace Map. The idea of an ancient lost civilization with advanced knowledge has long intrigued researchers, particularly those who are interested in the possibility that ancient cultures, such as the Chinese or others, had more advanced technologies and geographical knowledge than previously believed. Theories about the map. Several theories have been proposed to explain the accuracy and mysterious features of the Perirace Map, ancient knowledge, and lost civilizations. Some suggest that the map could be based on the knowledge of an ancient, advanced civilization that existed long before known history, perhaps a civilization that mapped the Earth with precision, including Antarctica. Proponents of this theory believe that this knowledge was passed down through time, influencing cartographers like Perirace. Perirace's sources. Another theory is that Perirace had access to ancient maps that were far more accurate than anything available at the time. He is believed to have used a variety of ancient sources, including maps from Greek, Roman, and possibly even earlier civilizations. Some claim that these ancient sources could have included knowledge of Antarctica, passed down through the centuries. Advanced Chinese exploration. Some Chinese researchers speculate that the knowledge reflected in the Perirace Map may be linked to Chinese maritime exploration in the pre-modern era. They suggest that Chinese explorers, such as Zheng He, could have traveled further than historians previously thought, possibly reaching regions that were later reflected in European maps like Perirace. This theory, however, remains speculative, as there is no direct evidence of Chinese exploration in the Antarctic region. Myth or misinterpretation? Skeptics argue that the apparent depiction of Antarctica could simply be a misinterpretation of the map's features. For instance, some believe that the southern part of the map may not represent Antarctica at all, but rather another land mass. In this view, the map's apparent accuracy may be the result of artistic license or miscommunication between sources. Why it matters. The Perirace Map continues to be an object of fascination because it raises questions about ancient navigation, lost civilizations, and the potential for advanced knowledge that predated modern exploration. While it is not an archaeological find in China, the map's accuracy and the possibility of ancient knowledge have inspired discussions within Chinese historical and archaeological circles about the extent of ancient exploration. It also underscores the mystery surrounding early map-making and the possibility that lost civilizations, whether in China or elsewhere, may have had access to far more sophisticated knowledge than we have historically acknowledged. In conclusion, the Perirace Map is a remarkable artifact that has sparked much debate and speculation. Its depiction of Antarctica without ice, along with its detailed representation of South America, challenges our understanding of historical cartography and suggests the possibility that ancient civilizations may have known far more about the world than we once thought. While there is no concrete evidence linking the map to China directly, the ongoing discussions about ancient knowledge and exploration continue to captivate both scholars and the general public. Number 3. The Dragon Bones, early 1900s. The discovery of dragon bones in China in the early 20th century is one of the most fascinating stories in the history of paleontology and archaeology. The bones, known as long gu in Chinese, literally dragon bones, were not actually from dragons, but rather fossilized remains of prehistoric animals, including dinosaurs, mammoths, and other large creatures that lived long before humans. The term dragon bones comes from the belief that these bones were remnants of mythical creatures, specifically dragons, which played an important role in Chinese mythology. The subsequent investigations into these bones bridged the gap between mythology and science, leading to significant archaeological discoveries. The origins of the dragon bones. In ancient China, the bones were often found in caves or riverbeds, especially in regions like the Henan, Shandong, and Shanxi provinces. For centuries, local people believed that the bones were remnants of dragons, creatures central to Chinese mythology. Dragons were considered auspicious and powerful, symbolizing imperial authority and natural forces. As a result, many of these bones were regarded as magical relics. They were often ground into powders and used in traditional Chinese medicine. It was believed that consuming the powdered bones could cure various ailments and bring good luck. The scientific discovery. In the early 20th century, scientists and archaeologists began to investigate these bones more systematically. The first significant breakthrough came in 1899 when a scholar named Wang Yirong identified some of the bones as fossils of prehistoric animals, not dragons. This revelation piqued the interest of both Chinese and Western scientists. One of the most significant events came when paleontologists began to associate the bones with dinosaurs. In the early 1900s, as excavation work progressed, the bones that were believed to be magical relics were linked to fossilized remains of large extinct creatures, such as mammals, reptiles, and dinosaurs, some of which were later identified as belonging to species that existed millions of years ago. linking dragon bones to ancient China. As scientists investigated further, they uncovered more than just bones. They discovered ancient human artifacts and evidence of early human life. For example, at sites where dragon bones were found, archaeologists unearthed ancient tools, pottery, and even early forms of Chinese writing. One of the most important discoveries came from Yuanmu in Yunnan province, where fossilized hominid remains were found alongside animal bones. These findings suggested that ancient humans had coexisted with the giant animals whose bones were initially thought to belong to dragons. The discovery of early Chinese characters in association with the bones was also significant. Archaeologists found that some of the dragon bones were inscribed with oracle bone script, an ancient form of writing used during the Shang dynasty, 1600 to 1046 BCE. This oracle bone script is the earliest known form of Chinese writing, and it was used for divination, meaning the bones were used in rituals to communicate with ancestors or gods. The combination of fossilized bones and writing created a fascinating link between myth, dragons, and early Chinese history. The myth and science connection. The so-called dragon bones played a pivotal role in connecting Chinese mythology with scientific understanding. The bones, originally believed to be from mythical creatures, were in reality remnants of animals that lived long before any human civilization. However, the strong connection between dragons and the bones prompted scientists and historians to further explore the relationship between mythology and prehistory. Some scholars and historians argue that the concept of dragons in Chinese culture might have originated from early encounters with the remains of large, now extinct creatures, such as dinosaurs or mammoths. In this way, the dragon myths may have been inspired by the discovery of bones belonging to large, fearsome animals, whose remains were later misinterpreted as evidence of dragons. Dragon bones and traditional Chinese medicine. The use of dragon bones in traditional Chinese medicine continued well into the 20th century. The bones were ground into powder and prescribed as medicine to treat various ailments. Despite the later realization that these dragon bones were in fact fossils, the practice of using animal remains in Chinese medicine persists in some areas, though with more regulation and awareness about their true origins. Legacy of the dragon bones. The discovery of dragon bones revolutionized both paleontology and the study of early Chinese history. The fossils not only led to the discovery of new prehistoric species, but also uncovered evidence of early human culture and writing. The bones, once thought to belong to mythical dragons, were part of the broader archaeological and scientific effort that reshaped our understanding of ancient China. Additionally, the ongoing study of these bones has shed light on the region's long and complex history, particularly during the Shang dynasty, which left behind evidence of writing, divination, and advanced technology. In summary, the dragon bones are a fascinating example of how ancient myths and scientific discovery can intersect. While the bones were initially believed to be from dragons, they turned out to be fossilized remains of prehistoric creatures. This discovery led to important revelations about China's ancient history, its early forms of writing, and the ways in which mythology could be rooted in real-world encounters with long-extinct animals. The dragon bones serve as a powerful reminder of how history and science can challenge each other, with myth sometimes providing a glimpse into the ancient past. Number 4. The Ancient Texts of the Bamboo Annals, 1899. The Bamboo Annals are one of the most important and fascinating ancient texts ever discovered in China, shedding light on early Chinese history and challenging existing understandings of the country's ancient past. These ancient records, which date back to around the 4th century BCE, were inscribed on bamboo strips and contain a wide range of historical, astronomical, and mythological information about early Chinese civilization. Their discovery in 1899 revolutionized the study of ancient Chinese history and raised intriguing questions about the accuracy of traditional Chinese legends. What are the Bamboo Annals? The Bamboo Annals, also known as Zhushu Jinian in Chinese, are a set of historical records inscribed on bamboo strips. The annals were discovered in 1899 in the Henan province of China, although they were not initially recognized as significant. The texts were originally compiled by the historian Sima Qian during the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, but are believed to have originated much earlier, possibly around the 4th century BCE, during the Warring States period. The Bamboo Annals are a detailed historical chronicle that spans from mythological times to the reign of the Zhou Dynasty, 1046 to 256 BCE. The records describe the reigns of various rulers, significant astronomical phenomena, and even some myths. They provide insights into early Chinese civilization, culture, and technology. What makes these annals particularly significant is that they offer a version of China's history that differs from the more well-known historical accounts, such as those found in the records of the Grand Historian by Sima Qian. What shocked scientists about the Bamboo Annals? When the Bamboo Annals were discovered, scholars were shocked by several aspects of the texts. The detailed accounts of ancient Chinese rulers. The annals provide a wealth of information about early Chinese rulers, some of whom were not mentioned in other historical records. The texts describe their reigns, achievements, and in some cases, the seemingly advanced technologies and practices they employed. Some of these accounts suggested that the rulers had a level of sophistication far beyond what was previously believed for that period, challenging the conventional understanding of ancient Chinese civilization. Astronomical knowledge. One of the most surprising aspects of the Bamboo Annals is the detailed astronomical records they contain. The annals describe celestial events such as eclipses, comets, and other astronomical phenomena, often with extraordinary precision. These observations suggest a high level of knowledge in astronomy, which was unexpected for the time period described. The accuracy of these early astronomical records led some scholars to reconsider the technological and scientific advancements of early Chinese societies. The mythological and legendary elements. The Bamboo Annals also include various myths and legends about the creation of the world, the origin of the Chinese people, and the deeds of legendary figures like the Yellow Emperor, Huangdi, and Emperor Yao. Some of these stories align with well-known Chinese myths, but others describe events or figures that were not widely recognized in other historical records. This has led to debates about the historical accuracy of these myths and whether they contain fragments of real events from prehistory. A more complex historical timeline. The annals describe a much more complex and advanced civilization than was previously thought to have existed in early China. For example, the records suggest that the early Chinese had a higher level of political organization, engineering knowledge, and social development than what was typically attributed to that period. These revelations caused some scholars to question the traditional chronological framework of Chinese history and to reconsider how advanced early Chinese societies may have been. The debate over historical accuracy. The Bamboo Annals raised several questions that continue to spark debate among historians. Myth versus history. The inclusion of myths and legendary events in the annals forced scholars to question the relationship between myth and history in ancient China. Some of the stories described in the Bamboo Annals, such as the stories of the Yellow Emperor and Emperor Yao, were long regarded as purely legendary or symbolic. However, their inclusion in such an important historical text led to speculation that these figures may have had a real historical basis. Could these legendary figures have been based on real individuals who played key roles in the formation of Chinese civilization? The accuracy of the historical timeline. The bamboo annals sometimes contradict or add new details to existing historical records. For example, they offer different dates for the reigns of early rulers and sometimes present information that was not included in later, more widely accepted histories. This has led to questions about the accuracy of the official historical timeline of China and whether some events in the annals reflect historical truths that were lost or distorted over time. Advanced technologies and knowledge. The descriptions of seemingly advanced technologies and astronomical knowledge in the annals challenged the idea that early Chinese civilization developed more slowly than other ancient civilizations. Some researchers speculated that the advanced technologies described in the bamboo annals might point to the existence of lost technologies or ancient knowledge that has since been forgotten or obscured. These discoveries led to theories about possible connections between ancient Chinese civilization and other early civilizations around the world. Legacy and importance. The discovery of the bamboo annals fundamentally changed the way scholars viewed ancient Chinese history. The texts provided new insights into early Chinese civilization, offering a more complex and nuanced view of its development. The inclusion of myths, legends, and historical events in the bamboo annals provided evidence that ancient Chinese culture was rich in both historical records and mythological traditions. Moreover, the discovery spurred further research into the relationship between myth and history, encouraging scholars to explore how myths and legends may contain kernels of historical truth. In addition, the mention of advanced technologies, astronomical knowledge, and the complexity of early Chinese societies prompted debates about the actual level of development in ancient China and led to a re-evaluation of the traditional view of Chinese history. The bamboo annals remain an invaluable resource for understanding China's ancient past. While their discovery raised many questions, it also provided a deeper understanding of the cultural, technological, and historical foundations of Chinese civilization, leaving scholars with more puzzles to solve and mysteries to unravel. Number 5. The Nan Jing Mummy, 90s. The discovery of the Nan Jing Mummy in the 90s is one of the most mysterious and chilling archaeological finds in China, raising questions about ancient burial practices and preservation techniques. The mummy, which was unearthed near Nanjing in Jiangsu province, remains one of the most perplexing discoveries in the field of archaeology due to the remarkable state of preservation of the body, which was believed to date back around 2,000 years. What made the discovery especially unnerving for scientists was that the mummy's preservation appeared to be far more advanced than anything that should have been possible using the burial techniques known from that era. The discovery of the Nan Jing Mummy. In the 1990s, archaeologists working on a tomb excavation near Nanjing stumbled upon a perfectly preserved human body. What they found was astonishing. The mummy appeared to have been preserved with remarkable detail, including the skin, hair, teeth, and other soft tissues, all of which were still intact. The body was believed to be that of a person who had been buried around 2,000 years ago during the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, one of the most significant periods in Chinese history. The mummification process during the Han Dynasty was known to have involved the use of natural preservatives like herbs, oils, and salts. But this mummy's preservation went beyond what archaeologists had anticipated. The level of detail preserved, particularly the skin texture, hair, and teeth, was far beyond the capabilities of known ancient Chinese mummification techniques. What made the preservation so unusual? The level of preservation found in the Nanjing mummy was extraordinary by the standards of the time. Normally, human remains from ancient tombs in China, even those buried in relatively favorable conditions, degrade over time, especially the soft tissues, hair, and skin. The fact that the Nanjing mummy's body was preserved with such astonishing detail led to numerous speculations and theories about how it was achieved. Advanced mummification techniques. Some scientists hypothesized that the mummification process used by the people who buried the individual might have been far more advanced than previously understood. The mummy was buried in a sealed, airtight tomb, which may have played a crucial role in its preservation. However, the high level of soft tissue preservation, including the intact hair and skin, suggested the use of mummification methods that went beyond simple burial rituals. Some speculated that the ancient Chinese might have developed sophisticated techniques to preserve bodies more effectively than any known methods from that period. Natural environmental factors. Another theory is that the specific environmental conditions surrounding the tomb played a significant role in preserving the mummy. The tomb was thought to have been in a location with a unique climate, which may have contributed to the body's preservation. Natural substances like clay, salt, or even minerals in the soil could have created an environment that prevented the usual decomposition process. Possible influence from other cultures. There has also been speculation that the Nan Jing Mummy's preservation techniques might have been influenced by other ancient cultures, particularly those with advanced mummification practices like the Egyptians. While ancient Chinese mummification was not as widely developed as Egyptian methods, there are theories suggesting that there may have been some exchange of knowledge between different ancient civilizations, potentially leading to the development of more advanced burial techniques in China than previously thought. Number 6. The Saning Civilization, 1986. The discovery of Saning in 1986 in Sichuan Province, China, shocked historians and archaeologists worldwide, revealing an entirely unknown civilization that had existed long before the development of the more well-known Chinese cultures like the Shang and Zhou dynasties. The artifacts unearthed at the site not only demonstrated the sophistication of this previously unknown culture, but also raised profound questions about the history of ancient China, lost civilizations, and the extent of human cultural development during the Bronze Age. The discovery of Saning Dao. The Saning Dao site was discovered by accident in 1986 during a routine construction project near the town of Saning Dao in Guanghan County of Sichuan Province. Archaeologists uncovered a massive burial site containing thousands of mysterious artifacts, many of which were unlike anything ever found in other parts of ancient China. Excavations at the site revealed a large ceremonial area with multiple layers of offerings and sacrificial artifacts, including bronze statues, gold masks, jade objects, and ivory carvings. The artifacts discovered at Saning Dao indicated that this civilization was highly skilled in bronze casting, sculpture, and metalworking. Some of the most remarkable finds include massive bronze statues. These statues, some as tall as 2 meters, 6.5 feet, are unlike anything seen in other ancient Chinese cultures. The figures feature exaggerated facial features, such as large eyes and broad noses, suggesting a unique and distinct artistic style that did not resemble the more familiar aesthetics of early Chinese art. Gold masks and ornaments. The site also yielded several golden masks, some of which were strikingly large. These masks are thought to have had ceremonial or religious significance, and their discovery suggested a society with highly advanced metalworking capabilities. Jade and ivory artifacts. The use of jade and ivory in the Saning Dao artifacts pointed to a society that valued these materials for their beauty and symbolic power. The craftsmanship of these objects, including finely carved jade jewelry and ritual tools, demonstrated a high level of skill and cultural sophistication. Bizarre and unique art style. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of the Saning Dao artifacts was the completely unique style they exhibited. The bronze masks and figures were unlike any known Chinese styles, which led many scholars to believe that this civilization developed in isolation from the other ancient Chinese cultures of the time. Number 7. The Ancient Chinese Tombs, early 2000s. The discovery of the ancient Chinese tombs in the early 2000s in central China sent shockwaves through the archaeological community due to several baffling and unsettling findings that challenged existing ideas about ancient burial practices and preservation methods. These tombs were believed to date back around 3,000 years, but many of the tombs revealed signs that they had been sealed only in the recent past, leading to intense speculation about the accuracy of their age and the methods used to preserve the bodies inside. The discovery of the tombs. In the early 2000s, a group of archaeologists excavated a series of tombs in central China, thought to be located in regions such as Henan or Hubei. The tombs were believed to be from the Shang dynasty or even earlier, suggesting that the remains could date back 3,000 years. However, as the excavation continued, researchers were stunned by several peculiar and unexplained aspects of the tombs and their contents, which appeared to challenge traditional understandings of burial practices in ancient China. Implications of the findings. The findings of these ancient tombs with recent modifications and mysterious preservation liquids presented significant challenges to existing theories about ancient Chinese burial practices and funerary traditions. The liquids and resealing raised questions about the timeline of Chinese tombs and whether ancient methods of preservation might have been more sophisticated than previously thought. The evidence also suggested that these tombs might have been manipulated or reused, calling into question the historical accuracy of their age. While the exact nature of the tombs remains unclear, this discovery pointed to the possibility that the ancient Chinese burial practices were far more complex and diverse than previously imagined. It also opened the door for further investigations into preservation techniques and the role of rituals and spiritual beliefs in ancient Chinese cultures. The tombs and the mystery surrounding them continue to be a subject of ongoing study and debate in the archaeological community. So there you have it, the 7 shocking discoveries in China that left scientists running for cover. Some were too mysterious, others too eerie, but all of them remind us that history still holds many secrets we have yet to uncover. Which one freaked you out the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more mind-blowing discoveries. Thanks for watching.